TJ Hernandez coming into the ring from Weapons 9 Muay Thai crew. Chris Tran, Chris Tapia, and Malcolm Hill, his trainers there. I think this is going to be one of the most exciting fights of the night. I mentioned that when we introduced the event. Two young guns of the division in the 145-pound area. You know, they're exciting. I know TJ Hernandez is a very explosively dynamic and extremely movement-oriented fighter. We last saw him compete a year ago. He won by a third-round knockout with a left head kick. And he used to travel to Holland 1 to 2 times a year. And he said, it's really an honor that I get a chance to show the Dutch style in front of the legend, Andy Sauer, who is here tonight. You know, he wants to be premium Dutch style, show it to the American audience. He's been K1 since day one, and he's here to prove that he's one of the most exciting fighters out there, and he told us exactly that.
Yeah, but listen, like, the man that's stepping in there with him, his nickname is legitimately Prime Time, and we're going to see him come out here in a second. Julio Primetime Segarra talked to me a lot yesterday that he wanted to take a much more measured approach to this fight. He never cuts corners in his training. He says he always fights and trains as if he's already the greatest of all time. His passion, if you talk to him again, same with the other Rigor guys, is obvious. You talk to him for more than 5 minutes and he's never in a boring fight, man. This is definitely a fight of the night candidate. And his last fight, listen, he has reason to want to be a little bit more measured in his approach. His last fight, he got crowded. He fought against a tough guy, Kyle McMillan, and he by his own admission, he talked to me about it, he said he got a little bit sloppy. He just loves it so much that he sometimes abandons his technique, which, by the way, is some of the best in the 145-pound division, and gets himself into firefights. And you talk about a guy that's in there with him in TJ Hernandez. I mean, that's the exact type of fight that he likes to fight, is get in your face and crowd you. So this is going to be a stylistic matchup that speaks volumes for both guys.
Following contest on the card for K-Series Kickboxing. Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds at 145 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stepped through the ropes with a fight record of 4 wins, 4 losses, representing Weapons 9, TJ Hernandez. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He steps through the ropes with a fight record of 5 wins and 3 losses, representing Rigor Gym, Julio Segarra. The man in charge of the action at the side of the bell, John Paul Zuniga.
And of course, Julio Segarra wants to introduce kickboxing to his homeland of Puerto Rico, says he wants to open up his own gym after a storied career, of course. Let's see if he can start off with a win tonight.
Ooh,
oh my goodness!
Solid left head kick from TJ Hernandez early on.
Hernandez scored big with that one.
Segarra walking right through it, though. But you could see that was a solid shot that landed.
Yeah, and this is not the type of fight that favors Segarra. I mean, Segarra should probably stay on the outside, stay a little bit more technical, but Hernandez has done a great job of sucking him into his type of fight.
They are turning it into a brawl real early here at the Melrose Ballroom.
And that's not to say that Segarra can't crack, because he definitely can. He just needs to be careful that he doesn't get hit with more of those shots, because when he throws, he sometimes has a tendency to leave his chin exposed and his hands down. That's why you see he's getting caught with a lot of different shots in these junctures.
Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. We don't know if it'll go that long. Liam Tarrant and Jacob Cooperman joining you here for K-Series.
I keep forgetting that these fights are so exciting. I keep.
That's why we're a great team.
Yeah.
Wow, TJ Hernandez really laying it on thick early in this first round. That needs to have an effect there. Slowed down Prime Time.
That hurt Segarra. And repeated knees from Hernandez.
Ooh. Segarra with a nice sneaky right hand there.
Yep. And if this is the fight, the pace of the fight, this is going to be a long night for both men.
I feel like every time Segarra gets a shot to that body with the knee, you can see the hands drop a little bit and he kind of winces just a touch.
Yeah, and for every shot, one shot that Segarra throws, Hernandez comes back with 4 or 5. Ooh. Nice hook from Segarra. And Segarra's teeing off now.
Segarra's coming alive.
He needs to be a little bit more measured with his approach now. Nice knee from Segarra.
Nice uppercut as well. Wow, Segarra really starting to pour it on here now. 10 seconds remain in this round.
And this has been a smoke fest.
Back and forth.
Barn burner.
It seems like it was TJ Hernandez early on, Julio Segarra in the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Ducking, dangerous.
And I mean, what are we thinking for corner adjustments coming into this next round or the break in between rounds? If you're RFC or Rigoro's corner, what are you telling your pupil right now, Segarra?
I think he did. Honestly, it seemed in that second half he was doing best when it turned into just an all-out brawl. He seemed to be comfortable in the pocket, sitting there in the chaos. That seemed to be working for him. You know, honestly, if I were in the Rigoro corner, it seems like that was when he was getting the most shots off Segarra, staying in there, staying in the pocket, and mixing it up. Hernandez got the early shots off, but Segarra did a nice job of regathering himself. He recalibrated, he recalculated, and he's going to try to get his victory consummated.
Yeah, I think to your point, right, it's good that he is able to kind of land at those junctures, and when he gets Hernandez up against the ringside, he's able to unload shots, but I think he also needs to do a better job of keeping his high guard up, right? Because then you can kind of absorb shots, roll with a couple of them, and then start to throw your own combinations. What I've seen from him, he's not keeping his hands up enough, and that's why Hernandez has been able to land a lot.
I think that knee for TJ Hernandez has been money.
Doing dividends.
If he can line it up and keep dropping those knees in there, because that's such a devastating shot right near the solar plexus. You can really just
that'll get you.
Yeah, and your body will just shut you out at some point. It's almost like an uncontrollable reaction if you get knocked out.
Oh, I've been dropped by a body. It's never fun.
I think if they are going with that game plan for Segarra to try to swarm him, he's got to try to keep TJ Hernandez with his back either against the ropes or in the corner.
Right, yeah, you can't have this fight like that happening, in open space. You need it like this, like we talked about.
There you go. It is turning into a war here. Nice right hand.
And if this is going to be when Segarra wants to get his man out of there, he talked a lot yesterday about wanting to get a second round stoppage. So we'll see if he can get it done here. Just biting down on the mouthpiece, both gentlemen.
1 minute remain in this second round. In my opinion, this round has been to Segarra. He seems to be applying pressure.
Big time.
Oh, but Hernandez is still dangerous. You can see those shots landing in succession.
Yeah, that might have stumbled Segarra a little bit. I saw his knees buckle just a tad. But the corner of Hernandez, adamant, screaming. Same with the corner of Segarra. It's clear that we have ourselves, sorry to cut you off, it's clear that we have ourselves a proper firefight here.
Absolutely. We've got Malcolm Hill in the corner there, professional fighter who will be fighting in the Road to One tournament on February 24th. You've got great coach. Oh, it looks like Segarra got stunned by about two of those shots there.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know, he has quite the chin on him, but there does come a point where you take a certain amount of damage where you can't rely on it anymore. I'm not saying that that's what he relies on, but you can't keep getting hit by shots. Nice kick from Segarra.
Second round comes to an end. Tough round to call. I mean, again, I thought early on it was like flipped from the last one. Early on it was Segarra. Hernandez started coming back in the second half of that second round. I don't know. This is a tough one. It could, depending on what the judge is looking for, it could come down to this third round, this third and final 2 minute round.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and you talk about Rigoro as a gym. They always like to go undefeated. So big tilt for them. And then for Weapons 9, I mean, you want a statement, right? I mean, the thing about fighting a guy in Julio Segarra is that he is prime time. So a win over him does mean more than, let's just say, a win over Joe Schmo. I'm not saying that anyone that walks in here is Joe Schmo, but Segarra does, and he has talked about it in the past, is like the thing that comes with being such a fan favorite is people want to take you out.
You got a target on your back. That's how it goes. And if you can't handle the pressure, there's always tennis.
Yeah. But Segarra is great at handling pressure. I mean, he's always game to go in there and fight, and he's just one of the most premier talents of this organization. Both of these organizations have to offer.
This will be quite the third round. We're going to see who can take this and who wants this more. Oh, very nice hand to start it.
Oh, my goodness.
Lil Wayne once said, it's not what you walk away from, it's what you walk away with. We're going to see who walks away with the victory.
That W.
In another minute and 40 seconds.
And this is just such a frenetic pace, man. It's so hard to tell who's scoring more, you know? Like, this is another one of those things where it's like, I'd hate to be a judge. Nice cross from Segarra.
I think that was the most effective shot he's thrown so far. Hernandez looks like he might be in a bit of trouble.
He is in a bit of trouble. Segarra now pulling on the pressure. Can he get Hernandez out of there? Hernandez
Wow.
in a bit of trouble.
He's got him. Segura's got him in that corner. Minute 10 remain.
Something big here.
One telling thing is Hernandez was not trying to get out of that corner or move. He was just trying to defend himself. He was on
just trying to
survival mode, it seemed.
Yeah, exactly. Nice
Oh!
knee, and that hurt Hernandez.
That knee had a big effect there.
And another knee from Segarra.
Can Segarra close the show here, or will Hernandez come back?
Segarra's corner screaming at him to just go. He can't get too wild, though.
Coach Ricky Visaleu.
Oh, my goodness, and another knee.
Coming from the first round where Hernandez was scoring with him. Segarra has come back with the knees of his own in the third and flipped this whole thing on its head.
Oh, my goodness, Hernandez might have...
30 seconds. What a grueling pace this has been so far.
And Hernandez, both these guys are just leaving it all out here. And Segarra looking back at his corner. They're screaming, go, go, go. This is a big third round for Segarra.
Segarra really pulled it out in this third round.
Yes. If he wins this fight, it will be because of this juncture right here.
Oh,
and he is
my
just
God.
laying on offense. And the crowd is loving it.
What a finish.
Woo!
Oh my God, wow. That is how you finish a fight. This crowd is on its feet and it's electric in here at the Melrose Ballroom.
And there's a reason they call it prime time.
Yes, you can see why prime time got that name.
I'm gonna lose my voice, man. This is too much.
When the game was on the line, when the pressure was on, prime time showed up, and that third round was
Huge.
huge, so impressive. Look
Let's
at the
take a look at
replay
the replays,
here.
yep.
We see.
And he just gets, I mean, that's just where he shined. He gets Hernandez's man in the corner, and he's just unloading. And it
Yeah.
doesn't even matter if you're landing with a lion's share of the shots. You're just, some of them are getting through. And honestly, he had Hernandez hurt. You see, Hernandez even now, you guys can't see because it's on replay, but he's stumbling a little bit. He might still be a little bit dazed.
Segarra, and one thing about Segarra, when he got him in that corner in that exchange we saw in the replay, he realized, okay, now I got to turn it on.
Yeah. Some guys just have it. Some guys, Allhart has it, Valencia, and Segarra also has that finishing instinct, that killer instinct. And yeah, sometimes, say what you want, maybe it gets him in trouble, but in times like this, it's huge. Let's throw it over to Mike Falvo in the ring.
Chin and will are two things you cannot teach, and I'll tell you, Julio Segarra showed that he has those in spades.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now that is how you finish a fight. After 3 amazing rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight in favor for your winner by way of unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Julio Segarra.
Julio Segarra gets it done in a big way. As we talked about, man, that fight was up for grabs. And in the third round, he went out there and he got it. To your point, game was on the line. He hit a huge shot.
Boricua! Julio Segarra comes through for Puerto Rico in that third round. And what a third round that was. I mean, talk about seriously impressive.
Yeah, I mean, big time. Big time.
And TJ Hernandez, though, that's no slouch. He didn't beat some guy that pulled off the street.
No.
Hernandez won that first round, in my opinion, and that second round was getting a little more even. Talk about a tremendous performance from both of these fighters.
And I don't even know, I mean, talking about, you get some fights that are back and forth, you don't know how to call it. I don't know what to call the fight of the night because there's been
so many.
So many fight of the nights.